Hello, my name is Chris Bartle. I'm from South Yorkshire and I'll be representing Fishing Laws.
I'm Ash Costa. I'm a part of GUNKI UK and I'm from Boston, Lincolnshire.
Hi, I'm Tom Hunt, representing Westin, and I come from just outside London.
And my name's George Lamb. I'm from the northwest, Lancashire, Cumbria area, and I'm representing Headbanger Lures.
My name is Thomas Knight. I come from Birmingham and I represent Rapala VMC.
Training's been absolutely horrendous. The river's only opened recently, so yeah, hardly any bites in training whatsoever. Few small perch, few undersized perch, and a couple of small pike, but hopefully I'm saving the best for the competition.
It's been okay. It's been a bit up and down, to be honest. I mean, with the water temperatures being so high, I've not been able to do as much pike fishing as I'd have liked to have been. But yeah, it's gone okay. I've had a few fish, and yeah, what more could you want than that?
My training days were pretty poor. I'm hoping that they've picked up now. The weather's changed, but we'll see on the day.
It was very short because we only had a couple of days of pre-fishing, which didn't go particularly well, but fingers crossed they're still there for us to catch during the week.
Yeah, it went really well. I've had several perch in the 30cm range. I've had a nice one at 42cm just last week. Not done too much pike fishing, but I've seen loads blowing up fish on the surface. I'm hoping to get some really cool top water takes during this session.
Well, I think Chris has got to be in there. He's got some phenomenal waters. I see him catching pretty big fish on YouTube all the time. Chris has definitely got to be in there, and probably Tom Hunt. I mean, you can't look far past him. He's very well decorated. He's probably got a big trophy cabinet full of all sorts of stuff at home. So yeah, it's got to be them two.
Oh, good question. I'd have to say, I think the guys up north, Ginger Fisherman, Chris, and DB are going to do very well. I've got to give it to them. I think they've done their research, they've put the time in, and they've got some access to some really good fishing. I think the rest of us are going to be scratching around and crossing our fingers.
I'm hoping I'll make it through to the next group. I'm really confident with the waters I've been fishing at the minute. Fish are feeding well, oxygen levels are really well in the water, so the fish are actually really active. Speaking of the other lads from the group, I've been talking to some of them in the group chat. I'm thinking maybe Tom Hunt might do quite well. He's just coming off the back of a win, so I imagine he's probably got a bit of fighting spirit, and hopefully he'll probably catch a few fish as well.
The two strongest anglers in my group are definitely Tom Hunt. He's had a really strong run the last couple of years, and I'm just going to stick with Tom. Tom's my number one that I think I'm going to be looking out for.
From my group, I think Tom Hunt, because of his reputation in competition fishing, I think's exceptional, absolutely cracking angler, and I'd be surprised not to see him there. And also there's Chris who's in there. He seems very confident as well, another great angler. But to be honest, it literally could be two of any of us, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm going to be fishing on a shad style bait with a perch, and I think that might be what's going to give me the edge. Maybe some creature bait styles. This time of year there's a lot of hatches for like damselfly and dragonfly larvae. I think that's going to be the key to getting some of those bigger perch out. I think that's what's going to help me get through anyway.
I'm hoping on topwater pike. Rapala have brought out some new topwater lures, pencils, and I'm hoping that they deliver on the day.
Fingers crossed if all goes to plan. The GUNKI boomers, I've done really well in the past on those, especially for the big perch. If not those, the Kraken square bill crankbait. It's a silent crankbait, which is not that popular, but I've got massive faith in silent reaction baits. I think that could, fingers crossed, be a bit of an edge.
Probably 3 lures I've got. The shad tees, and the shad tees is gonna, it's either gonna get me to the win or not.
Gonna have to be the Headbanger Spitfire. I am really gonna go for those top water points. I know it can be hard top water fishing, it can be touch and go, but hopefully that's gonna be what takes me to the next round.
I believe that Tom and Kev have been doing really well on the competition scene, so I think that those two anglers are going to be in the final.
I think my money's going to have to be on Chris. I see him on YouTube catching some very impressive pike and some very impressive perch, and I think that's really going to be what does it for him.
I think Ryan Dabbs, he's the only one who I've fished with quite a bit, and I think he's an exceptional angler. I think he's very good at power fishing finesse techniques, which I think is quite impressive to see. If I had to put a bet on, I'd put my money on Ryan, exceptional angler.
I'd like to think I've got a chance of winning the tournament, but I think Dan is actually really confident, and from the looks of things he's been doing really well in pre-fishing. He's had some big perch out and he's had a few 100cm pike out as well, which I haven't been able to catch, so I think Dan's got a really good chance.
Or I would like my normal tournament boat partner, Kev Cox, to win, if it's not me. But he's not a tournament angler, he's a YouTuber, but I think my money is on Ginger Fisherman this year. I think he's a good angler, he's a good all-rounder, and he's got some access to some really good venues.